I'm Hattie Ann Fassold. I'm the Water Conservation Garden and Education Coordinator here at the Weaver Basin Water Conservancy District. Today we are in our learning garden by our front yard display, and we have some grasses that need to be divided and transplanted. So as you can see, these grasses have a couple of dead spots. So there's this one in the middle here, and then this one kind of on the back side. This is a good indication that we need to do this because it's not looking its healthiest and it needs to be kind of revamped, and doing this will help with its appearance and health in the long run as well. So we'll start with this grass. You'll want to make sure that you scrape back any of the bark that's around it. Make sure that you're watching out for any drip lines if you have them, because you don't want to cut those when you are digging through it. So we'll go through the process here. Alright, so now that we have all the bark scraped away, we're going to start at the base of the plant and just start digging around it until we have it out of the ground. So I found one of my drip lines. So now that I know where that's at, I'm going to kind of pull it out so that I can see it. So I have the grass out here. So we'll want to cut back, take off the dead stuff, and just kind of create a chunk. I usually go for a chunk that's about that big. We'll show you as we cut it. Okay, so dead stuff is cut off. You can throw that away. Now we'll just cut a chunk off of the stuff that's alive. You want to make sure that there's a good root mass on whatever you cut off. There doesn't need to be a huge root mass, but there does need to be a good amount. So I'm going to do about that size. Yeah. So about that size is good for us to now transplant into the ground. You can see there's a good little root ball there. There's plenty of new root growth that'll be able to establish in the ground. So let's kind of dig a new spot for it now. We'll kind of go where the original one was, but we'll kind of dig around because grasses tend to leave a lot of fibers in the soil. So you'll kind of want to break the soil a little bit just so that those fibers can kind of get broken down so that the new grass can send new roots out a little easier. Okay, so that should be deep enough. So now, we're just gonna take our guy here. And we don't need to really pack the soil. You don't need to pack it super tight. We're just gonna kind of loosely put it around our new little grass here. There's some of the old growth. So loosely do that. Make sure that if you have cut your line, make sure you replace that. So it looks like I didn't cut it, which is awesome. It's looking good. Let's make sure that you put that new one onto your new grass here. And now we can cover it back up with our bark. All right, so then the last thing that you want to do is cut this grass back like you would normally do in the fall, so that the energy can now go towards the roots and getting it established before winter. You'll toss this, and then you want to make sure that you get a stake if your emitter is like this, so that it holds it in place. So transplanting and dividing grasses is something that you can do from the cooler temperatures in September until frost. So now it is good to go. It'll start putting energy down into the roots so that it can establish, and then it'll come back next year, and then it'll be good. Hope this was helpful. You're always welcome to come to the Learning Garden. Ask for our help, email us, contact us. We're always here to help you.